Okay, we are live finally. I had a ton of different tech issues just now. That and I feel sick as fuck. So, yeah. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Nicole, Faded, and Just a Vibe YouTube. Sorry, I was trying to open up Twitch while reading. The quality. Thank you, Just the Vibe. I appreciate it. Also, the quality of my camera right now is garbage. I don't know what the fuck is up with that. Whatever. We are gonna start because I can't wait. Also, Faded, you changed your name. For those of you who are watching this who haven't seen Deadly Premonition 1, first of all, watch Deadly Premonition 1. And then come back and watch this. But the first one is one of my favourite games. It's amazing. Like, technically, it's a fucking failure in everything that it does. But it adds to its charm. To me. You're welcome, it looks good to this end. On this end. So thank you. Yeah, for some reason, on my end, it doesn't look very sharp. Usually the camera is like spot on. I'm gonna use this game screen. Oh, I like the music. I'm gonna use the game screen to quickly check how the volume is. Autosave, of course we want that on, it's 2020. Also, forewarning, if I have to stop and run to the bathroom, I'm very sorry because I've been vomiting and I'm sick as fuck and my head is killing me. But did you try on checking and rechecking autofocus? Yes, only about 7 times. But whatever, it looks fine. Yes, I tried it again and again, but let's start. I know nothing about this game. Like, I know about the first one. I'm hoping that... Have you streamed the first one? I haven't seen the first one. Yeah, I've streamed the first one. It's in full on my channel. On YouTube and Twitch. December 30th, 2018. Wait, did it say 2018? Or was it just... I can't read a small time. How the fuck am I meant to? I'm sure you won't need to watch it because this one's set before. But... And yeah, I'm feeling super fucking sick. I feel horrible. But I'm excited to play this. Oh, shut up. Hey, welcome to the stream Conquer Life. Damn, when I'm going and blind, baby. That's good. That's good to me. Be interesting seeing your opinion as well. Fuck, I want to see my opinion. As a not-so-great man once said, that's special. Oh, for a second I thought that was like the killer with a fucking chainsaw. But she's frozen.
God damn it. What a way to start the new year. At this rate, I'll be dead by Easter.
Quiet down, Agent Jones. You're on the clock.
Quiet down? Ha! You have any idea what you've done? I'd be half naked in Havana right now if you hadn't shown up. Soaking up some rays, surrounded by a harem of bikini queens, a mojito in one hand, and a seafood-slathered Havana-style pizza in the other.
Agent Jones, don't let him take
Alright,
control
just
of the
the vibe.
conversation. The moment you let your guard down, he'll strike.
The intro to this is meant to be long
And no
as fuck,
rent,
so we'll
remember?
check. Yeah, Deadly Prem is a cult classic. And I'm all about cult classics.
It's open. Come on in.
York. Also, if anyone hasn't retweeted or anything on Twitter, feel free, because it helps. I'm so well spoken. He has Stoner in this? But yeah.
You have questions for us. That's why you're here, isn't it?
Francis Zach Morgan. Hey, what's up, Scott? Fuck, he looked evil. Casey, no, he's just aged. Am I allowed to say badly? Why can I not move the stick? I can only press up, like forward. But yeah, sorry in advance if I'm mucusy because I'm sick as shit.
Mr. Morgan, before we question you, allow me to first read you your rights. Anything you say may be used against you in a court of law. Please keep that in mind as you speak. Do we have permission to film this?
Yes. I wonder how long we play as her.
Don't worry, my fairy. They're free to do whatever they like.
Something wrong, Mr. Morgan? I'm FBI Special Agent Aaliyah Davis, and this is...
Simon Jones,
Oh, no doubt.
an analyst from the Boston branch. He's been monitoring us for years now.
Oh, hi.
Simon Jones.
Seriously.
A Southern belle and a lonesome loser who can't catch a break. Quite the uncanny duo. You'd be the perfect stars for the latest video game. Isn't that right, my fairy?
Wow. How odd.
How many years has it been since someone came to chat with us?
Also, that's not York.
Oh,
That's
but-
Zach.
Don't ask me about my fairy.
What's the fairy?
That's a private matter.
It's chill, we're all adults here.
It's hard to tell what he's thinking, but my eyes can't be deceived.
She's arrogant.
If he's hiding something, it'll come out in his face.
Why is the screen cut off? Like, should that be a thing? Messy.
You solved many difficult cases across your career. Utilizing your own unique MO. You've expertly cracked cases that were otherwise thought to be unsolvable. According to our records, after joining the FBI in 2002, you quickly solved 2 drug ring-related kidnapping cases. In 2003, you solved the inside-out flesh skinner case in the suburbs of Pittsburgh. In 2004, the Jeffrey Dahmer wannabe case in Milwaukee. And also the stuffed human collector case in St. Louis that very same year. Then, in 2005, you coincidentally happened to solve the Lise Clarkson murder case while on vacation. You went on to solve many other cases after that, all of them seemingly inexplicable.
I think that this game is about the Lise Clarkson case, and then obviously we've got Greenvale that happened in the first game.
Did you really solve these cases all on your own?
But yeah, if you haven't seen the game, I'm just gonna plug it right now. I played the whole thing, and yeah, it was kind of a funny playthrough, I think.
There are no records of you using a wide-scale investigative team or working with anyone else.
I like her outfit.
How did you ever accomplish such monumental feats all by yourself?
Do you know who I am?
It was all thanks to our talented partner.
Captain, you should watch me play the first one as well. This one's set in the past and future, but I feel like it's mainly in the past, so it should be fine. Shouldn't get spoiled.
Partner. The FBI files show no record of you ever working with a partner. Do you mean you worked with some sort of unofficial partner or an outside confidant?
Our partner is our partner. We've always worked together. Besides,
Why are you being
Belle,
so cryptic?
you're forgetting one important thing. After the St. Louis case, we stopped by a diner on our way home and caught Thelma and Louise, 2 highly sought-after fugitives.
Sure you did. You can use visions to acquire important hints that will help you proceed through the game. Hold L to use vision. Using a vision will deplete your concentration, so be careful about using it too much. Okay.
This smell. It doesn't surprise me at this point, but it'll be problematic in court if they decide his testimony is unreliable. I won't get another chance to talk to him face to face like this. I need to get him to stop smoking that for a bit. Francis Zach Morgan. He was once an FBI special agent, an extremely talented one. At least that's what they tell me.
He was.
Perhaps he was a little too talented.
Hey, Belle.
I've been okay, just sick.
Why are you dressed so handsomely?
Because you can.
What are you talking about?
The thick black accessory wrapped around your neck. That's a male necktie. The color black represents confidence and interest in the self. And your decision to wear a male tie symbolizes your declaration of war against a predominantly male society.
It's just a nice fucking tie.
Or perhaps it's a psychological barrier meant to hide the weakness that dwells deep within your psyche. We admire your bravery.
I thought you retired from
How have you
profiling.
been, Captain? And everyone else?
Bullseye, huh? You're an easy one to read.
In order to think with society, a man must first gouge out his eyes and cut off his ears. Don't judge a book by its cover.
And all that jazz.
For someone who's supposed to have been one of our best, you've got an awful eye for people. Or did all that smoke and kill all your little gray cells?
Possibly.
Okay, Aaliyah, that's enough. She's smart, but she's also more of a shrew than she lets on.
Agent Jones, that's sexual harassment.
What the fuck is that sexual harassment? Saying you're uptight? Nah. That's not sexual harassment. He being honest, you're uptight. Yes, it makes the interview awkward, but you're in his fucking house.
So, Belle. Does that barrier of yours also protect you from violent criminals?
Isaac, you're being a dick.
He's more dangerous than I thought. I can't read him. I'll just have to assault him head on with questions then.
Yeah, you said that you've been a bit down. I understand that.
First, I'll try using the files on the table to shake him up.
I'm glad that you're doing a bit better. I know that you've been away for a bit.
That chessboard looks rather old,
Do you want to know?
and you can't even buy those ivory pieces anymore.
Ivory is bad.
Right, they were banned by the CITES Treaty.
That was made in France in the 1900s. We know it's in bad taste, but the weight of the ivory just feels so good in our hands.
It's odd how he's speaking in, not third person, but he's speaking like there are two of him. Which obviously because,
You play chess
in
alone?
this case, fairy.
Is that a crime?
Nah.
No. But it's a hard game to enjoy when you're all by yourself.
Is he... I'm sorry. You're here to do an interview. Don't come in this guy's house and fucking bitch about everything that he does. What the fuck do you do?
He's probably just replicating famous games.
Whew. She is uptight.
Or trying to solve problems from a
Good
chess
memory,
workbook.
I feel that.
Right, Morgan? I may not look it, but I'm actually a bit of a chess nut myself.
Huh. Sound like chestnut.
When I was in school, I used to pore over every issue of Chess Life, the magazine published by the U.S. Chess Federation.
Well, unfortunately, your guess is completely wrong, Agent Jones. He isn't replicating a famous game, nor is he solving workbook problems. There isn't a single chess book to be found in this apartment. And I didn't find any chess-related websites in his internet history. He was simply playing chess, all alone.
Then leave him to it.
So... what's wrong with that, Belle?
I don't understand it. How could a single human being seriously play as both sides?
You just publicly confessed to stealing personal data. Seems like that's a much bigger problem.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
Everything was done in a perfectly legal manner. We simply happened to intercept a handful of data being sent out from an unknown origin.
Ooh, now she's really trying to scare us. Did you hear that, my fairy? Serious nightmare fuel.
Apologies if you can hear that in the background. I think that my neighbours just decided that it was a good idea to cut their grass. It's like 7:20 p.m.
Mr. Morgan, may I ask you a question purely out of curiosity? If it makes you uncomfortable, just let me know.
She's being respectful? I am surprised.
And I'll retract it.
Belle, what's wrong?
What's wrong?
You sure put a lot of effort into that approach.
It's a question about death.
It's a question about death.
About this body?
Are you afraid of what's coming?
Think carefully about why we're smoking this, then ask us again. Honestly, we're not afraid. Rather, we find it intriguing.
Intriguing.
Yeah. Belle, have you ever been to the Grand Canyon in winter?
No.
In the dead of winter, the Grand Canyon is terribly cold. Colder
His
than
voice
you
sounds
could
so
imagine.
different.
A cold that no photograph could ever express. The sun, powerless. And the temperature drops below 0. Right in the middle of the day.
Has he been to Britain?
Meaning?
Meaning, you can't really understand something until you experience it for yourself. If you want to learn more about us, you need to gain more experience.
There's understanding and there's understanding.
Well,
Do you remember the homicides that took place in Le Carré, Louisiana in 2005?
I don't imagine he'd
We-
forget.
solved that case.
Your report states the following. By coincidence, you encountered a serious incident in a town you visited while on vacation. You then decided to steal the right to investigate from the local law enforcement and took over the case. After several more homicides, you managed to apprehend the perpetrator.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what happened. We stole the right to investigate from them, just as you said.
It all started when the body of a 16-year-old girl was discovered. You arrived in Le Carré immediately after that, didn't you?
We just can't seem to keep ourselves away from dead girls.
It's fascinating.
Did you really visit that town just to take a vacation?
We don't know. If you already have the report, then we suggest you read it, Belle. Either way, that case is closed.
Closed. You sure about that?
Oh,
Don't you think this puzzle is still missing some crucial pieces?
nice.
Come on. No need to beat around the bush with us, Belle.
That's fine, Captain. Just watch however you want.
They
I'm
found
not
Lise
talkative.
Clarkson's body.
I'm just in pain.
It was hidden deep within the Clarkson Food Delivery Services cold storage warehouse.
I keep feeling like I'm gonna vomit.
After 14 years, we finally
think
discovered the
I'm
body of the very first victim. Do you know what this means?
Also, just a quick one. You know that you're not in the headspace to go to work when you're getting ready to go to work and then you vomit. No, I can do this. Get stressed and vomit. Yeah, no, you can't.
That's why we're here. The first victim in the case he solved, Lise Clarkson. This is a photograph of what she looks like now.
We're pleased that her body turned up. Deeply pleased.
You claim to have closed this case, but now a lost body suddenly surfaced. Aren't you curious about the details?
Body or not, we already solved that case. Lisa's body can't change anything now. And it certainly has nothing to do with us.
I suspect the body was stored there rather than abandoned, due to the unnatural state it was found in.
What, completely fucking cut up? Mutilated?
She was found frozen in a storage unit. Therefore, she looks exactly the same as she did when she disappeared. In fact, she's in such good condition that we can even determine the murder weapon and cause of death.
That's weird.
Well, good for you.
Even stranger is how unbelievably beautiful she looks. At first glance, few would guess she was a murder victim at all. She looks more like a piece of art, or a mythological figure from a painting.
This keeps getting better and better.
Better and better?
Isn't that right, my fairy?
Dude, he's an agent.
A corpse as beautiful as a goddess. Sounds just like our story.
I want them to talk about Greenvale.
Yes. Yes.
That went okay. Now I'm sure that Morgan's hiding something. I may be able to get what I want if we go deeper into the documents.
Do the photo first.
You may be wondering why we decided to unearth all these old files.
Everything happens for a reason.
He's so high.
The moment Lise Clarkson's body was found, we did the best we could to start our own local investigation. But there wasn't much we could actually investigate due to the damage caused by the hurricane.
Then we assume you also questioned everyone who worked in the warehouse.
Of course. We questioned all the Clarkson Food Delivery Services employees who staffed the warehouse and its owner. But we still have yet to obtain any key testimonies.
Par for the course with a 14-year-old case, if you ask me.
Not to mention how bad the timing was. Most of the employees were on vacation.
So, you gave up on the investigation and came to see us instead.
Yes. Also, it's hard to commentate when it's just
Remember what happened, my fairy?
constant talking.
That warehouse. That man. So incoherent. Such a pain.
Hey, are you talking about the guy who managed the vault where Lisa's body was found? Yeah, I think he started working there in 2005. Remember, Aaliyah? You said he was a pain to deal with, too.
No need to answer, if you don't want to. I'm sure you've already put him under surveillance. Textbook FBI protocol.
Yeah, let's look at the case file. Haven't we already done that? Unfinished tracing.
Isn't there someone else you should have talked to? Before coming to us. Such as...
We were unable to reach Patricia Clarkson.
You're dead.
You look surprised. I thought you already knew.
Wait, we saw her in the trailer, didn't we, Patricia? She was the little girl who he's with.
After all, you visited Louisiana last week.
What?
We assumed you met with her during your time there.
We haven't been to Louisiana. Not in 14 years.
Is that so?
We've been right here in our apartment this entire time. That man is our witness. Aren't you, Simon?
He's right. He didn't even take a single step outside on Christmas Eve.
That's a random thing to say. Yeah, he says my fairy, so I'm wondering if it is Emily he's talking about.
Which means that I didn't get to either.
Are you positive about that? I took the liberty of checking some airline records. Last Friday, the name Billy Bishop was listed on a morning flight out of Boston.
Bishop.
This is the fake name you used to use as an agent, isn't it?
A mere coincidence.
Also, admittedly, this part is dragging a bit. I want to play.
Yet that's not all. That evening on the same day, a man with a large scar on his forehead allegedly purchased an '89 Cadillac from a small used car lot in Le Carré. He reportedly said he wanted something old, big, and strong. The owner of the car lot felt it was a strange order, so it stuck in his mind.
Our world is filled with mysteries. And they always have the most bizarre timing.
This feels like a movie.
Incidentally, on the following day, an identical Cadillac was taken to a scrapyard in Trenton.
Also, her voice is very familiar.
Trenton, New Jersey.
You can find that type of car anywhere. Isn't that right, my fairy?
Morgan's right. Everything happens for a reason. Even this messy room. There must be a reason for it, especially when it comes to those strangely tidy spots. They're practically begging me to question them.
Pile of DVDs.
A stinking indulgence.
It's a good scene.
And a
setup,
massive DVD collection. You must live a very comfortable life.
We're retired, remember?
Retired in your 40s.
Bitch, he ain't 40, he's like 80. What the fuck? How the fuck?
I'm envious.
Honey, he looked like that at 40. You ain't need to be envious.
But who doesn't love movies, Belle?
I'm not a fan.
Oh, that won't do.
How can you not be a fan of movies? Like, surely there's a type.
You should dedicate all the free time you have to watching movies.
I won't go that far.
It's practically an unwritten law. Films guide us. Films are filled with every important life lesson there is.
Is that so?
For example, They Live, 1988, directed by John Carpenter. That film taught us a valuable lesson. Always put on your sunglasses before a fight.
You know, you've got a point.
Does he?
Movies teach us about everything we need to know.
He looked like he'd been through some shit, and he does not look like he's 40.
I learned about the right way to eat frozen pizza from Cobra. It's one of Stallone's best films. Before that, I wouldn't be caught dead trying to eat frozen pizza. I thought it wasn't fit for human consumption, but that film changed my life.
Simon, that has nothing to do with the film. You're just talking about pizza.
It's funny hearing him call out someone for their nonsense when that's all he speaks.
Do you like fresh vegetable juice?
Why would you think that?
There's a juicer in your sink that hasn't been washed yet. And do I smell the faint fragrance of baked beans? You didn't use much salt,
I
did
like
you?
pizza.
What are you implying?
You just told me that you find impending death to be intriguing.
Bitch, he ain't need to use salt because he could feel your presence. You're salty enough. You're enough salt in a lifetime.
That confused me.
She a bit sassy. Like, sometimes it's good, but then other times it's just like, you're in this guy's house and you're talking to him like he's a piece of shit. Come on.
When I look around your room, all I can see are the many ways in which you're resisting death. Poly-MVA treatment, highly concentrated vitamin C IVs, fresh vegetable juice, vegetable protein without salt, gallons of vitamin D milk for fat and calcium.
The ambivalence, yes.
What?
Two contradictory emotions, mixing, coexisting together. An adult, mature mind is never satisfied with only one response. It's common sense. Isn't that right, my fairy?
That's who he remind me of, Einstein. He remind me of Einstein, and Einstein, I'm no fucking expert, but Einstein was not 40. Like, at that time. With the pictures when he's all grey and shit. That attitude was enough to create the Pacific Ocean.
Mr. Morgan. I found several spots in this room that look strangely clean. Did you tidy up a bit because you knew we were coming?
Yeah. There's one on the fireplace, one on the
Those
floor, one on the
are
table.
sanctuaries. They've existed from the start.
Sanctuaries.
What?
That's right. Sacred places. Hovels for pure souls, if you will.
Were there originally objects in those hovels? Something you didn't want us to see?
The soul's still there. We haven't touched a thing, but we know you can't see anything. Hey, Simon. Don't touch the sanctuary.
Sorry.
That's a sanctuary. Don't ever touch it again. You've been watching us for 4.5 years, and you couldn't even figure that much out?
Oh, call him out.
My bad. It's my first time actually coming inside, you know.
You're earning far more than you deserve, then. What were you doing all day in that black Suburban? We thought wiretapping was your specialty. Don't tell me. Crossword puzzles.
Sudoku.
What do you think, my fairy? 4.5 years. All that time, and what does he have to show for it?
A bunch of Sudokus.
Crossword puzzles? No way. Come on, I thought you knew. I'm a Sudoku guy.
Fucking knew it.
Agent Jones.
Oh, right.
He's completely taken control of the conversation. At this rate, we'll never get anywhere. I need to press him some more. Agent Jones?
Agent Jones.
Did you find the files?
By Greenvale. Presiding agent Francis C. Morgan.
Mr. Morgan, do you recognize these files?
Whoa!
This old man is Agent
Ow! We told you.
Zach.
That's a sanctuary.
If you watch the first one, you understand.
Let him go! Assaulting an FBI agent is an obstruction of justice!
We told you. Go. Ah! Stay back. Stay back. Sanctuary. Down. Surrounded. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the stream, Interiors.
Mr. Morgan?
Did you see the end of number 1?
I cut my
There was
finger
like
with
a
that
split
can opener this
personality,
morning.
wasn't
I thought I stopped the bleeding, but it seeped through.
it? Like a coping
How could I be so
mechanism
stupid?
that he made. So he lived as the two personas.
Everything should be fine now.
Oh yeah, he didn't like red.
I'm sorry for being so careless.
I'm alright, just sick. Hence not working on the stream.
I made sure to read through
Oh,
your
yeah.
file and learn about your condition. The color red. Such an unusual thing to fear. Please, accept my deepest apologies.
I'm sorry too, Morgan. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll never touch one of your sanctuaries ever again.
But yes, the person who was in the first one was Zach. But
And no more red either.
York was the one that he made up.
Don't ever.
Hair is annoying as shit. Oh, it's the fucking pillow is poking me in the fucking shit.
Touch one. Again.
Yeah, it was the other way around. But it made it seem like York was the predominant one because he was. But yeah, it was certainly interesting.
I told them not to. Why would...
Now, may we return to our discussion?
No.
Don't worry. I won't let them touch you again.
Strangely enough, this man has a fear of the color red.
People fear all types of shit. It's true.
And I believe that fear is connected to the Greenville case. This is a very large shredder. Is there something you don't want people finding out about?
It's a fucking shredder.
Good question. But we never know when some curious civil servants may come and sift through our trash now, do we?
Hey, welcome back, Just a Vibe. Honestly, you didn't miss much. They're trying to probe this guy for information, and he hasn't really talked yet. They figured out that he's scared of the color red. Which they already knew, but they're trying to link it to why.
You're already
To
retired.
probe him some more.
What are you so worried about?
No.
It's just a simple habit. From back when we were still on duty. Didn't they bang that into your head when you were up in Quantico? Some habits are hard to break, no matter how hard you try.
Another one.
Could you tell me what exactly the word sanctuary means to you?
Safe space?
Sanctuaries are sanctuaries. Nothing more and nothing less.
That doesn't explain anything.
Onwards.
Why do you wish to know?
Just curious.
Belle. You're a much ruder person than you initially seemed to be.
Oh, fun game. Just a vibe, and anyone watching, guess his age if you've just joined. Guess his age. I'll continue because, yeah, but guess his age. This may come as a surprise to you, but I'm only 20 years old. Nah, he's not 20. I'll say that much.
Don't you agree, my fairy?
32, what the fuck? Okay, well you're just crazy. But he looks about 90, and he's in his 40s. How?
What do our sanctuaries have to do with the investigation?
35.
If you're out of
I don't know
questions,
if I'm a crazy
then
one or you
how
guys
about
are.
just going home?
He's a handsome young man.
Hey, mind if I jump in here?
What is it, Simon?
Yeah.
We hope you've got a real question for us.
Well, actually, I'm also a little curious myself. No one's supposed to touch any sanctuary, right?
That's what we said.
What about you, though? You can't even touch them yourself? Are there any extenuating circumstances?
Yeah, he got to clean them, innit?
What are you getting
Unless he
at?
doesn't.
I mean, I doubt if any of this really matters, but if no one can touch the sanctuaries, then how do you clean them?
Okay. If he says he doesn't? Oh.
Mr. Morgan? I'd like to ask you some questions about this case now.
I don't know, maybe I'm the one in the wrong. Maybe he does look 40, I don't know. To me, 40 isn't old, but he looked old.
We don't.
In his prime, he's 25. What the Faded, you're just insane. If I asked you guys how old I am, you'd probably start guessing like 50. It's like
Want
opposite.
to remember that town.
I'm sorry, but there's no way around this. I remember hearing about this case on the news when I was still a student. A high school girl named Anna Graham was murdered and the FBI stepped in to take over the case.
First game.
I also remember it becoming a sprawled investigation due to evidence found in the victim's throat. Is that correct?
Yeah, the red seeds.
After that case, you went on sick leave for 2 years. And when you returned, you requested to be switched over to desk work. What happened?
Trauma.
That's a private matter. None of your business, Bill.
Cheerios.
Were you traumatized?
He's cosplaying as Albert Einstein. It's fun.
It's a common problem with prolific agents such as yourself. But there's another possibility that may make more sense. Perhaps you simply finished making preparations.
He got the jacket down and everything, I'm right.
What are you getting at?
Hey, thank you for the host Cheerios.
Thinking too much about something will always turn it into a problem. The Greenvale case. Don't you think it resembles the Luke Carre case?
She is, she's so sassy. We were talking about her salt. She was saying how he doesn't cook with salt. And I was just like, bitch, he knew that he was going to come across you. You got enough salt for a lifetime. Fucking salty. 2 years of sick leave.
Read the report. We have nothing else to say.
I just need one more push. One more thing that can summon up the past.
Honeycomb in a jar.
That's royal jelly.
Huh?
You were staring at the jar, weren't you? Do you find it strange that there's honeycomb inside? We wanted to harvest royal jelly in its most natural state. The queen's main food source, created from the worker bee's secretions. It's a perfect food, filled with power,
That was
meant to fuel the birth of the next queen. By absorbing it into our own bodies, we too can acquire that power.
Flip the table. Oh, have you guys seen Twin Peaks? Because this is like highly, especially the first one, it's so Twin Peaks. Yeah, influenced. I
Incidentally,
love it.
did you know that all the worker bees are female?
This is excuse me. Damn fine cup of coffee.
No.
Guess they didn't teach you that at Quantico.
Well, you've seen Twin Peaks.
Male bees are only born to inseminate.
The owls are not what they seem. Wait, you haven't seen it? Okay.
And they're born from unfertilized eggs to boot.
But yeah, that's Dale Cooper, the main character's like phrase when he has coffee. It's a damn fine cup of coffee.
They have short lives and don't even get stingers.
Just for
Sort
me,
of
that
feels
scene.
like a glimpse into the future of our society, wouldn't you agree? Women are gifted with the power to conceive, give birth, and nourish their children. But men are consumed with the job of providing women with the chance to do so.
Damn.
If women no
Hell,
longer
the
had
whole
to rely on men for the seeds of life,
Whole
they
sex.
would soon cease to desire them, we believe.
Why are we talking about bees again?
Be careful, Simon.
Welcome to Deadly Premonition.
Huh? Of what?
Your bell's already stolen the reins from you.
To be fair, he has a point.
The silver clock in that trash pile. Is that an H5?
Yeah, my camera is out of focus. And I'm noticing now how much out of focus it is. Let me try something. Let me quickly try something. I hope it lets me edit this while we're streaming. What's it gonna fix? Configure video. I apologize in advance because this is being super slow. Is there a way to focus it? Sharpness. That did a bit. Camera control. Focus. Oh, that's fucking sexy. There you go. There you go. Look at that. I think that the quality now is too good. Look at that. That's what it usually is. That's why I was confused. Oh, thank you for the follow. Just a vibe, YouTube. Very much appreciated. Out of curiosity, by the way, how did you find the channel? Because I'm small. Hoping not to be one day, but I'm small. Yeah, the camera actually it looks good now. I look like a person and not like... Oh, I am small. I'm a small string. Oh, fuck. I knew that was gonna happen. Now the game is being weird, so I'm playing it, but then it's How about if I swap to that? Give me one sec. I'm close to 100. Can see clearly now that that the rain is gone. Also Twitter, I was looking for small streamers to support since I'm a small streamer, so nice. Well, I appreciate it. What the fuck? I'm not on that screen anymore. That was my mic. So that theoretically should fix it. $5,500 blue piece big. You didn't cause the game to crash. I'm glad that you said it, because now I'm at least like a person. Like, the camera looks good. Now I need to just unfuck up the game. Unfuck up the game. Streamlabs is being super fucking slow. Finally, fucking hell. Media source, video capture device, what was that? Video capture device, and then we want it as game. Add. Wait, I know how to do it. I know. There should be a loop button. If I click that and then unclick it, it should refresh. Guys, in the meantime, look at the Joker mug. Because I am a nerd. I think it's being super fucking slow because I'm doing it as I'm streaming. So you're not meant to do that. The camera looks great, but the game doesn't. It's stuck. Alright, so I'm gonna quickly BRB and fix the stream. Stick around. Is anything working?